Hi everyone, this is Vikram Gopalan, a senior business analyst with over a decade of experience in banking and financial services industry, and I'm here working for a leading bank in the United States. Hope you're all having a good day, good time, based on which part of this world you're from, watching this video from. Here I am today to present you a case study as we all participate in the PwC Specialization through Coursera. I've been asked to present analyze the data and present my findings during this 10-minute presentation on few of the key issues which are bothering an airline based out of Chicago. I've named it as let's take it as a mega airline, and which is based out of Chicago. And the participants, the audience for this presentation, mainly it's the CEO and maybe his few of his management team could accommodate him. So, without further ado, let's jump into the agenda. So, the key issues here, what we are going to discuss, are where are the mega airlines losing the most money from, and where are the most profitable from, and also we've been asked to recommend a recommendation if they could add a Chicago and Atlanta route option. Okay. So let's start with the ticket prices. Okay, we all book tickets now and then to fly in the flies through online, through the customer care channel, and whichever different channels like to board the flight. So the ticket prices, how they are and how they are impacting the issues. What are the issues in them? Let's look at here. So I've analyzed the certain data between certain flights and came up with this statistics, like the highest average ticket price. So it is like $5,500 US dollars is the highest average ticket price of certain aircrafts, not all aircrafts. We are analyzing somewhere around 9,600 aircrafts which are based out of the Chicago, different airports including the O'Hare International Airport, to various parts of the US. So out of 9,636 to be precise, 9,636 flights, 24 flights are having a highest average ticket cost of $5,500 US dollars. Whereas among the different, multiple aircraft types, 3 aircrafts are having this highest ticket cost. Okay, this could be the highest earning area for this airline, mega airline. Whereas when we look at the lowest average ticket cost, okay, again out of 9,600 odd flights, 348 flights are earning a lowest average cost, which is US dollar 115 US dollars, which is nothing but somewhere around 3.5% of the total flights. Okay, so this would give a perspective of the number of, to increase the number of flight on the highest average ticket cost area, or to decrease the number of flights on the lowest ticket cost area based on these factors, whatever we're presenting here to the CEO. Okay, and so let's move ahead with our next presentation, which is the revenue by flights. So we are here talking about, as I mentioned again and again, like 9,600 odd flights based out of Chicago, among which there is a highest revenue earned by certain flights. Nearly a $1 million USD is earned by just 4 flights out of this humongous number of flights. Okay, and if you look at the lowest revenue, which is $17,078, which are earned by uh, 144 flights, okay, which is just 1.5 percentage. Okay, maybe we should say it as 1.5 percentage of flights of 9600 odd flights are earning a very lowest revenue. So this is drastic. As you could see, there's a steep curve which is like dropping down, and then it averages out. So it could be the CEO could decide to cut short on those lowest revenue earning flights and increase the highest earning flights. We have also mentioned the flight IDs here for the CEO to take a call. And okay, let's move forward with the revenue by flight routes. Okay, we looked at which all flights earn more and less. Here are the revenues by flight routes. So again, so the lowest revenue routes are like there are 7 flight routes, okay, which contributes less than 3% each to the total revenue. Okay, out of the so many number of flights and so many number of routes, 7 flights are contributing less than 3% each to the total revenue. Whereas you could see those lowest earning flights are marked in the red, highlighted in red. You could see those flight routes, and the highest revenue routes are like 9 routes, which contribute between 5 to 10% each to the total revenue. Okay, those you could see as like a marked in the green bar, which shows you the 9 routes, like which is from Chicago to Los Angeles, Chicago to SFO. These are the flight routes which are marked there in the graph. So I've also provided the fuel cost based on the aircraft type. Okay, which aircraft is costing how much fuel per mile. If you could see the chart, the A320 aircraft type A320, it's costing us just $102.37 per mile. Whereas if you could see B737 aircraft type, it's costing us $373.26. So this could give a clear picture to the CEO to whether to increase the A320 aircraft types and decrease the B737 flight types. We've been asked to give a study, and the final call is based on the CEO's decision. So we here saw about the fuel cost and the revenue by route. And next, let's move on. And the final recommendation, we've been asked about adding a Chicago Atlanta route option. So if you see the study here, stats here, the average annual profit goes in minus $77 million actually. The profitability is 0%. Okay, so if when the recommendation from the consultant point of view is, I don't recommend to add a route here. Instead, okay, I would recommend the CEO to invest to improve existing technology, add more reps to increase the current sales, introduce process improvement plan, doing all this with the current existing flights instead of adding a new flight. So why I arrived at the decision and how I arrived at the decision? By the input parameters here. I've given the passengers, average passengers per flight. Hours. I've also calculated the miles between this route, between Orlando and between O'Hare, Chicago to Atlanta, and passenger and cost per mile, and I've also considered all these aspects and what is the likelihood when of how many percentage is going to be the flight occupancy. Based on that, I have read this number. So the recommendation is not to invest in a new flight route. Instead invest in other areas. Okay, so here is kind of a trivia, like a final kind of a brief which would give you airline quality ratings. So how an airline quality is rated is based on the on-time performance, customer complaints, and mishandled baggage, and denied boardings as well. So talking about denied boardings, recently we've all seen what happened to a private airline here in the United States, how a customer was dragged out of the flight and thrown away. So these are the different criterias where the CEO be interested to know to bring the mega airlines up to speed, competent with other competitors, and increase the profit. So here we are at the end of the presentation. I know we ran a little over a minute. So if you have any questions, reach out to me, provide me the comments in the review comment section, and if you like to be in touch with me, you can look up in LinkedIn with my name Vikram Gopalan, or my email ID gopalavi@gmail.com. Thanks friends, thanks for viewing this video, and have a wonderful learning. Goodbye.